Tens of thousands of illegal immigrants with sexual assault murder convictions roaming U.S. streets. ICE data. ICE provided the new data to lawmakers this week. So maybe ICE isn't that happy with the Biden administration. And this was kind of a tactical release, perhaps. Tens of thousands of illegal immigrants with sex offenses and homicide convictions are loose on the streets, according to Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. It makes you wonder, like, the whole remain in place thing that Trump had going on, that seemed like a pretty good idea. Then you just didn't have to deal with it. They just couldn't come in. You would process them while they weren't in the country. Doesn't that seem like a way better idea than just saying, no, everybody comes in and then we can't process you right away, so then we'll just have to let you go and then we'll call you back some years from now when we'll never find you again. Let's see. The data says that among those not in detention, there are 425,000 convicted criminals and 222,000 with pending criminal charges. So I've got the numbers here. Here we go. Let's take a look. You look at these, assault, non-detained, either convicted or pending criminal charges. That's over 100, about 105,000 right there. Burglary, 17,000. Dangerous drugs, but almost 70,000 there. Fraudulent activities, that's over 20,000. General crimes, that's about 19,000. Just loose, just on the run, just running around, not even on the run, just running around, just doing whatever. Homicide, look at this. Homicide, that's what, 15,000. How is this possible? Look at this. This is crazy. Look at all of this. Weapons offenses. Look at that's what, 17,000. This is lunacy. This is lunacy. How do you know that they hate you? How do you know that they hate you? Or at the very least, that they are completely and totally indifferent to citizens' well-being. I think this is how you know. I think this makes it easy to know, right? Either hatred or total indifference. There is no part of this that speaks to, making anybody's life better or caring in the slightest. That's true across the West, by the way. That's every Western country. It all feels very coordinated, doesn't it? Let's see. Trump blames Harris amid data showing tens of thousands of criminal migrants in U.S. Deliberately erased border. That cannot be argued. That cannot even be argued, can it? They removed his policies that would have prevented it. Former President Trump called the U.S. a dumping ground Friday, hours after newly released data revealed that tens of thousands of illegal immigrants with sex offenses and homicide convictions are roaming American streets. The whole West feels like a dumping ground now, doesn't it? The data from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement says that among those not in detention, there are 425,000 convicted criminals and 222,000 with pending criminal charges. All right, so Trump says we're like a dumping ground. Non-citizens, convicted criminals from all over the world are right now at large in the United States of America. ICE blamed the figures on sanctuary cities, which refuse to cooperate with federal law enforcement in deporting illegal immigrant criminals. This all makes me think of the Russian Revolution, the time leading up to the Bolshevik seizure of power, where you just saw like every institution fractured and corrupted. Just everything, the army, police, everything. I mean, dysfunction across the board. I call what woke does to modern Western institutions to be woke dysfunction, because wokeness causes dysfunction in everything.
Everything woke turns to shit.
It takes whatever it infects and turns it from its original purpose to the new purpose, which is pushing wokeness, pushing progressivism, right? Pushing deconstruction of everything, and ultimately promoting Marxism. But you see things like sanctuary cities, it kind of reminds me of that, just this breakdown of culture and social norms and political norms and norms of really just the entire foundation of a civilization. The purpose is to wreck it, to weaken it so that you can take it over, fracture it, divide and conquer. The thought of something like sanctuary cities is so strange. It's so suicidal. This is, the suicidal empathy that somebody like Gad Sad talks about. Suicidal empathy. Let's see. The agency said ICE recognizes that some jurisdictions are concerned that cooperating with federal immigration officials will erode trust with the immigrant communities and make it harder for local law enforcement to serve those populations. However, sanctuary policies can end up shielding dangerous criminals who often victimize those same communities. Very interesting. They're saying that can erode trust and make it harder for law enforcement to serve those populations. I wonder if adding 663,000 criminals to the population also makes it harder to serve communities. I wonder. I'll bet you it does. Spoiler alert, it definitely does. Yeah, it's all just lunacy, right? Total and complete lunacy. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.